This happened like 15 years ago. It was the school holidays and my friend, we'll call her Sarah, and I were extremely bored and just wanted to chill. This was summertime. We lived in a small town called New Braunfels in Texas. Everything kind of spread out. Anyways, it was midnight and we didn't know where to go, so we just decided to go to the park. It's a little big, and we were there for about an hour or so. Nothing unusual, until we both saw someone, or something, crouched on a table. First off, a little weird someone being in the park at this time. But what's creepy is that this person was crouching on a table. It wasn't even sitting on the bench. What really fucked me up was, because I didn't look away, I kept looking closer. I noticed that there were wings. The body was completely human, but it had wings. That part I'll never forget. All of a sudden, the most blood-curdling scream, like a woman being stabbed to death. But it sounded like a woman, but unhuman at the same time, like a scream that a normal person can't do or doesn't do. But a scream animals can't make either. Almost like those screams in a movie that a demon or something would make. Then it just stands up, and this fucker looks to be at least 8 foot tall, minimum. We both ran as fast as we could. Have you ever ran to your lungs max capacity? I ran until I had no air left in my lungs and then kept running until I had to slow down because I was coughing too much. We knocked on people's doors and kept getting threatened that they'd have guns and they'd shoot us if we didn't leave, but we were literally locked outside with this thing. I kept looking to the sky, because this reminded me of Jeepers Creepers. After maybe 20 minutes, the police showed up, and of course, they thought we were on drugs, but wanted to let us go. I walked the rest of the way because I only lived a few blocks away. The police drove my friend home. There was a white cop and a Mexican cop. When the Mexican cop heard the story, he pretended like it was just made up, but the look on his face said he knew something about that thing that nobody else did. I have PTSD now, and I hate going outside alone at night, especially near the parks or the woods. Weird people don't really scare cops. Animals don't really scare cops. But you know, it was something much worse if a cop will lie and can't keep a straight face because of their fear. Like I said, it's a story that happened, and I remember it clear as day, but a story that nobody believes. I tried to make this story as short as possible for everybody reading it. Story number 2. Okay, so I used to live in this old house from about years 7 to 10. So this happened a while ago. When me and my family, my mum, my twin sisters, both 4 at the time, moved there was something kind of off about, there was this sense of dread, you know, like there was this type of thing that made you feel like you were being watched. But the most creepy part of the house was this small closet underneath our stairs, going down to the basement where me and my sisters slept. In the 4 years of living there, none of us ever went down there because of how creepy it was, but that's beside the point. The first couple of incidents that happened weren't really big things, just the lights turning on when you thought they were off, and doors doing the same thing, closing when they were opening and closing at will. But when the more messed up stuff started to happen, most nights when I tried to sleep, I always had this sense that someone was watching me in the pitch black, and some nights I couldn't even move from sheer fear. This one night when I was about 8, I couldn't sleep at all, so I tried to sleep in my mum's bed. I lied awake until about 2 in the morning, until I started to get the feeling that someone was watching me, and I couldn't move. That was until I heard my mum's music box begin to play. Then I was totally crapping my pants, and when I tried to wake my mum up, it just stopped. I couldn't sleep for the rest of that night. Nothing really happened after that except me and my sisters slowly stopped sleeping in our room and, started sleeping upstairs on the couch because we were so scared. And my mum had to sell the house eventually because we couldn't pay for it anymore. But on the last night that we were there, me and one of my sisters decided that we were going to go into the closet and look behind the corner, just to see what was there. And right as we were going around it, the door slammed shut, and we screamed and ran to the door, pushing one another out the way. And when we went to tell our family, they didn't believe us. Years later, I'd learned that the old man that made the house and lived in it had also died in it too. Thanks for listening to these 2 true horror stories that I found online. I hope you guys enjoyed them. I'll catch you later. Enjoy your day. Bye bye.